Ch5 Rulers and Buildings page number 73. Let's recall 1. How is the Trabeate principle of architecture different from the arcuate? Answer. I. In Trabeate style of architecture, roofs, doors and windows were made by placing a horizontal beam across two vertical columns, while in arcuate style of architecture the weight of the superstructure above the doors and windows was carried by arches. 2. Trabeate style of architecture were between the 7th and 10th centuries, while arcuate style of architecture were noticeable from the 12th century. 2. What is a shikara? Answer. Shikara is the highest roof of the Hindus' temples. 3. What is pietratura? Answer. Pietratura is an architectural style in which colored, hard stones placed in depressions carved into marble or sandstone, creating beautiful, ornate patterns. 4. What are the elements of a Mughal bag garden? Answer. The elements of a Mughal bag garden are rectangular walled enclosures and divided into 4 quarters by artificial channels. Let's understand 5. How did a temple communicate the importance of a king? Answer. I. Temple communicate the importance of a king as they were meant to demonstrate the power, wealth and devotion of the patron. 2. It helped the king to appear like a god, as the king took the god's name because it was auspicious. 3. It also gives a chance to the king to proclaim their close relationships with God. 4. The temple was a miniature model of the world ruled by the king and his allies. They worshipped their deities together in the royal temples. It seemed as if they brought the just rule of the gods on earth. 6. An inscription in Shah Jahan's Diwan-i-Khas in Delhi stated, "If there is paradise on earth, it is here, it is here, it is here." How was this image created? Answer. I. During Shah Jahan's reign, the different elements of Mughal architecture were fused together in a grand harmonious synthesis. 2. Shah Jahan's audience halls were specially constructed to resemble a mosque. 3. The pedestal on which his throne was placed was frequently described as the Qibla, which means the direction of Muslims pray, as everybody faced that direction when court was in session. 4. The idea of the king as a representative of God on earth was suggested by these architectural features. Therefore, by the means of architecture style, this image was created. 7. How did the Mughal court suggest that everyone, the rich and the poor, the powerful and the weak, receive justice equally from the emperor? Answer. The Mughal court suggests that everyone, the rich and the poor, the powerful and the weak, receive justice equally from the emperor. I. By architectural features which highlight the idea of the king as a representative of God on earth. 2. The connection between royal justice and the imperial court was emphasized by Shah Jahan in his newly constructed court in the Red Fort at Delhi. 3. There were a series of pietratura inlays behind the emperor's throne which depicted that legendary Greek god Orpheus playing the lute. 4. The construction of audience hall aimed to communicate that the king's justice would treat the high and the low as equals, creating a world where all could live together in harmony. 8. What role did the Yamuna play in the layout of the new Mughal city at Shahjahanabad? Answer. Role of Yamuna in the layout of the new Mughal city at Shahjahanabad. I. The imperial palace commanded the front of river Yamuna in the new city of Shahjahanabad in Delhi. 2. Only specially favored nobles were given access to the river. 3. All others had to construct their homes in the city away from the river Yamuna. 4. The access to the river Yamuna to the nobles were controlled by developing architectural form.